Big news coming out before in terms of the lineups. Sam Kerr did start, so Ari Hinks got her way. Carly Lloyd had said she wanted Sam Kerr to come off of the bench. Now, they both were kind of right in that, yes, Sam Kerr had that magical moment, and it was wonderful in terms of the goal that she scored. And in that moment, you think, oh, here comes Australia. But, she was active. And much more active than we have seen in the times that we have seen her in this tournament. But ultimately, it was just not enough from a team collective type of performance for this Australia team.
Managers throughout this World Cup have been confronted with that dilemma of, do you insert a star back into the lineup, even though the team played well without her? We saw Spain backfire with Putellas in the other semifinal. Early in the tournament, Norway had that dilemma with Ada Hegerberg. And it was interesting that Gustafsson went with Kerr from the start. And to your point, in the first half, I thought Australia was overwhelmed by the occasion. They got bullied by England, and Sam Kerr wasn't all that effective. And so you were thinking that it might have been a mistake. But then in the second half, Australia came out a different team, and Sam Kerr was super active, scored a great goal, which did take a slight deflection. We were debating how much that detracted from the goal.
That's right.
But nevertheless, by the end of the game, you didn't feel like it was such a mistake to start her. But at one point, it did seem like maybe that decision had...
It seemed like the tide was turning, and then they shot themselves in the foot. They, I mean Australia. We should say, the first goal from England, it was one of those classic moments, and it's a throw-in, and it's a set piece, and ultimately... the switching off that happens in players, oftentimes when it comes to a throw and the ball goes out of bounds, you think, okay, I got a moment to rest. Well, you don't have a moment to rest. And then they compounded things in the back there by not defending and ultimately leaving people wide. And when Ella Toone got that opportunity, that was incredible. Nobody's saving that shot or that goal. But how it got to there has to be maddening in terms of coming off of a throw-in. So that damage is done. Then, as you said, Sam Kerr ultimately provides a moment of magic with a shot from long distance that goes in. We all think everything's changing. And then Australia, rather than kind of kick on, turn around and yet again shoot themselves in the foot. So minutes later, Hemp pounces on this, what has to be just described as a gift. Because Bright hits this long ball. It's probing. It's in the general direction. But then Carpenter, who would not have a good day over that right-hand side, kind of tries to shield it and doesn't do anything ultimately. And Arnold doesn't come off of her line to get the ball. And ultimately, it just falls, like I said, as a gift. But this was not something necessarily that England created. They'll take it because they're ruthless. But it wasn't something spectacular or magical that ultimately resulted in this goal.
Yeah, Ellie Carpenter with a huge mistake. Lauren Hemp pounces. If Ellie Carpenter was a man, I'd really come down on her. But as you know, because she's a woman, I'm going to take it easy.
You pull your punches when it comes to that. Okay, we've established that. But I won't. And that was a huge mistake, and that was abysmal defending from Carpenter. And Arnold, for that matter, not coming off of her line to do that. So now it's 2-1. Now, again, you're saying, all right, what happens now? A couple different balls into the box for Sam Kerr, but nothing really materializing. And then as Australia starts to push forward, even with the substitutes, with Vine coming on and others, didn't really change the complexion of the game. Although there was one opportunity that Sam Kerr had off of a corner kick. It dropped right to her, and she skied it. I mean, there was a golden opportunity right in front of the box that she will be ruining probably for a long time from now. Ultimately, they get their third, as we mentioned, settled in 90 minutes, and England go on.
Beautiful, the third goal. The pass by Chloe
wonderful.
Kelly, nice finish by Alicia Russo. So, yeah, no questions about that goal at all.